Metaio is a computer vision research firm at heart, but we've become a software and solutions company for augmented reality. So we build software to enable world-class AR, but we also build solutions for partners, and that's the side of the business that I work on. So, what are you trying to achieve? When? How much are you trying to spend? How can we get you the most utility for your money? And it's fascinating because you're balancing all these digital resources, all these physical resources. It's not like building a web page, right? You have to do both at the same time. 2 years ago, 3 years ago, everyone was talking about taking magic cards and showing fantastic creatures and marketing gimmicks, the tricks rabbit, right? What we've discovered, good and bad, is that the real utility and the real money in this industry is going to be in enterprise. Mm-hmm. Helping people figure out heavy, complicated problems quickly and intuitively using AR. So that's great. There's absolutely a business, and we're talking to jet manufacturers, we're talking to automobile manufacturers, defense companies, ventilation systems, things that you wouldn't even know about, right? They're really complicated, and they make stuff work, and maintaining them is very difficult. So on the good side, there is so much business to be had, more than we can even handle, right? On the negative side, it's a lot to figure out, and we haven't figured out the standards yet. So you got to go in, you got to take their 3D assets, you have to learn about an entire product. We've got guys in San Francisco who are expert air conditioner repairmen now because they had to go and learn all of the steps for Mitsubishi and then recompile it in 3D. So we're learning how to be technical writers almost all over again, but in 3D. And it's great because this industry is coming. You see Google Glass, and suddenly everybody understands the idea, right, in one motion, and we're going to start to see more and more adoption. I think the biggest event in the last couple of months was SAP. They just spoke at InsideAR, and they released this video, and the use case is all enterprise, putting together a piece of furniture, finding stuff in a factory. Apple just showed Junaio at their iPad release a couple of days ago. There's just a 2-second snip of some Bechtel engineers using Junaio to superimpose construction information on top of a building. That's it. If you can solve that problem, if we could actually figure out how to build that pipeline in to show infrastructure information, it would change a lot of lives. It would save a lot of money. It would save a lot of lives. We've talked to companies that are building oil rigs, right? And people die because they don't know how to operate this machinery, right? If you have indicators as to what goes where, what not to touch. So we're going to basically revolutionize maintenance and information transfer. And it's going to be a lot more important than marketing gimmicks, but it's also a lot more difficult to figure out. We received a couple pair of Google Glass through the Explorer contest that they ran. And one of our interns, Brian Lee, who is a gifted guy, he's actually going to be based here in New York for a while, figured out a way around, I wouldn't use the word hacked, but figured out a way around it to get access to the camera. And we just put our standard Android SDK on there with SLAM, right? Instant 3D tracking. And it worked. It worked out of the box. And he actually went and got a bunch of Pokemon 3D models. I think he scraped them out of his GameCube or something. And we're standing there looking at a giant Pokemon standing in the middle of the office with Google Glass with our hands free. And our CTO Peter, who's been working in this industry for 12 years, was, he's German. I wouldn't say emotional, but he was as emotional as a German would get, standing there with his hands free, looking at this object and walking around it. It's amazing. Everybody who's into AR at the moment is into AR, and they're okay with going like this, right? But once you get hands free, it's a completely different experience. The illusion is way stronger, and it's just a different mental response that you get. So yeah, I think we were the first to put AR on there. We didn't announce it right away. Then we announced the edge-based tracking demo, and then at InsideAR showed it working on our head legal employee's BMW, and doing some maintenance instructions on the hood. So we can do it. It's just about getting all the assets right, getting through all of the standards, regulations that these large companies have. Right?
Mm-hmm.
God forbid you put the arrow in the wrong place. So we're really just going through the steps, but the technology is there, the software is there. It's just about partnerships and integration at this point.